Hey, what's up everyone, Danny here. This is the next Let's Unbox It Together video, and if you're new to the channel, this is basically where I round up all the stuff that I bought anywhere from the last couple of weeks, ranging back to the last couple of months. And I unbox it in front of the camera and kind of talk about it. This is kind of like all the other unboxing series that you've probably seen across YouTube, but I try to set myself apart because in all of these, I always tell you how much I paid for something and why I paid that much, and kind of discuss like my thought process behind buying it. I've always been very transparent on this channel when it comes to, buying things for my hobbies, which include PC and just tech related things. So we have a lot of boxes here because I've been waiting on these items. I don't always wait, by the way. If it's something I really need and it's really urgent, I open it right away. But these are things that I could have waited so that I could, kind of do a mass unboxing. But alright, enough talking, let's get right into the video. So I have all these boxes sorted by size, and we'll start with the small stuff first and then make our way to the biggest. And instead of using those knives that I used to use, I'm actually going to use a proper box cutter now because the knives are actually not that sharp at all and they don't cut through tape that well. So this one actually took a long time to come because it came all the way from China. Sometimes you get lucky and it takes like less than a week. I think this one took like 2 to 3 weeks, but these are silicone O-rings for mechanical keyboards. Some mechanical keyboards, when you type really fast, you bottom out the keys. Let me grab one to show you an example. So this is the last mechanical keyboard that I did a review on, and the switches in them are generic like Cherry MX Blue clones. So this is the actuation sound due to the blue switch. But when you're typing, you don't have that much control. You're not going to just stop right at the point of actuation. You usually bottom out the keys. So this is what it sounds like when you bottom out. What these O-rings serve to do is, one, they will dampen the sound from bottoming out, and two, they also reduce the travel distance ever so slightly because this has some thickness to it that is now in the space. This is actually a really cheap way to change up the sound and the feel of your mechanical keyboard. So next up is this bag. And these are more t-shirts. I am kind of smaller and a slimmer build, so this has a more slim fit to it, and these are only like I think $6. They're kind of like a poly cotton blend, so you do get some stretchiness to it, but the shrinking is minimal and they have really bright colors. Also, I don't really wear stuff with branding on it because it just makes no sense for me to pay more so that I could advertise another company's brand. My good buddy Ofa, who has a YouTube channel, he actually said that exact thing on one of his Q&As. I'll see if I can find it and I'll insert it here.
What I'm trying to achieve in life in general, PC stuff aside, is I want people to be smarter consumers. In terms of the clothing I wear, why would you pay a company to sell their product? Like, I'm paying you money for your shirt. I give you the $7 and you give me your shitty t-shirt. Why do I have to walk around with your fucking logo on my chest?
Next up is a box from Newegg. 2 Cryorig M9 CPU coolers. So I got both of these for around $20 a piece. This is a pretty standard price for them. I haven't seen them go on sale. These are things that will never really lose the value. It's just a hunk of metal and a fan. So this is why I don't mind buying them ahead of time. And these actually go out of stock a lot. So I was glad I was able to get my hands on 2 of them. Next is this box from B&H Photos. This is a 450 watt bronze rated EVGA power supply. The reason I bought this was because it was super cheap. I think up front I had to pay around $34 or $35, but there was a mail-in rebate for like $25. So at the end of the day, this comes out to $9. And since I usually stick to like the budget spectrum of usually $600 or less, this is plenty capable for any build in that price range. Next is this package from Shipping Depot and a Centec. Oh man, this is like the ugliest power supply ever. So this is a bronze rated Seasonic power supply. It's 600 watt and it does not have any of the meshed black cables. You just see all these mustard cables here. but you know, I really don't care because I think I bought this for 20 something dollars, and it's used. I got it on eBay, but you know, I'm perfectly comfortable with using used power supplies. I know the EVGA one that I just showed you was $9, but $20 for a used 600 watt bronze power supply from one of the top tier manufacturers out there is also a pretty good deal. I think people have this irrational fear of a power supply blowing up and taking their whole computer. That doesn't happen when you have a reputable brand that has the proper, you know, fail safes and over voltage controls and all that kind of stuff. Next item. Oh my god. Oh, my legs are killing me. I don't think I can sit crisscross like this much longer for the rest of the video. My legs are just gonna be sprawled out like this. But on to the next package. It's an Amazon box, but I think the guy just reused it because it says PayPal on here. So this is a PayPal purchase. So this is a CPU and motherboard combo. It's the ASRock Z170 Micro ATX board with a Intel G4400. Now, if you recall from my last budget build, where I used all new parts, the G4400 in it, I said it could be overclocked unofficially if you had the correct Z170 motherboard with the right BIOS. And I believe the owner of this combo, before he sold it to me, he did have it overclocked. So this should be ready to go. I'm going to play with it a little bit to see how much I can reduce the bottleneck, since it was bottlenecking the RX 460 quite a bit. And price wise, I paid $85 for this, which is a fantastic price for this bundle, because what you get is around a $50 Z170 motherboard and then like a $35 G4400. I know in my video I found that brand new G4400 for $36 at price, but I mean, if you can find it for used that price, pick it up, because that's still a really good price. I'm also likely going to be using it with this Cryorig cooler, because $20 to be able to overclock it as if it was like a Hyper 212, that would be awesome. Next box. This is from Corsair. Box inside a box. This is a certified refurbished K70 keyboard. Ooh, that sounds nice. This thing is freaking clean. I wouldn't even be able to tell that this was used. None of the keys are like faded or worn off. Everything on the brush metal has like 0 scratches on it. I can't see any traces of dust or fingerprints, so unless, you know, they did a really good job cleaning it up, or they just kind of replaced all the keycaps. And the wrist rest too, there's like no signs of rubbing or anything on it. If I wouldn't have known, I would have said this was like a DOA product that they fixed up and then just sent out again. So this retails for anywhere between $100 to $140. So being able to get it for $60, even used, is a really good price. And the fact that this one is almost brand new makes it even better. And the reason that I bought this, even though I do like buying the cheaper budget mechanical keyboards like in the $30 to $40 price range, is because you can't just only review budget mechanical keyboards claiming that they're really good for their price or a really good value without knowing what you're missing on the higher end. So having something like this alongside my Razer Black Widow, which back in the day was pretty high end, but nowadays I think it floats around like the $70 to $80 price range. I kind of have something that's you know, higher and medium tier to compare the lower tier ones to, and to actually make good recommendations. Okay, next Amazon box. And I know what is in these 3 boxes, I just don't know what order they're gonna come in. These are all gonna be keyboards, by the way. Where can I throw this? So this is the Drevo Grammar. The Drevo Grammar. What was the official name of this thing? Drevo Grammar 84 key backlit mechanical keyboard. So let's check it out. So I bought this specifically to do a review on, and the 2 main things that caught my attention about it was one, the very low price point. I got it on sale for I think $35, and 2, the fact that it has cherry clone brown switches in them. I don't know exactly what the switches are, but in the review I'll talk about them more after I do some research. In the budget mechanical keyboard world, there's not as many brown, red, or black switches. Most of the companies usually go towards the blue ones because that's the really appealing, clicky, loud one. But I've gotten to a point where I've used blues for the last 4 or 5 years, and I think I'm ready to switch to browns, which still has that tactile bump, but it doesn't have that click. Yeah, definitely looking forward to reviewing this. Alright, next up is this one. I could have sworn that this was a Mechanical Eagle keyboard. I don't know why it says X Falcon on it. It might be the case, kind of like with previous keyboards I reviewed, where a Amazon shop buys it from like some factory in China that has a name, and they kind of rebrand it as their own. So it has RGB. I don't know to the extent what quality, like with the higher Corsair or like Razer, when you press it, it can do the cool rippling effects and stuff. So that's why I kind of bought it, so I could check it out and do a review. But for $40, I think this has a lot. Even if it wasn't RGB, it has a full 10 key, and it has backlighting. So those are all things that you usually don't get in a $40 keyboard. You're usually missing one thing or the other. Definitely looking forward to doing a review on this and seeing if it's worth it. And last, this big box, which is barely even taped up. So this is the Velocifire BM01 keyboard. I got this on sale for $36, I believe. But the normal price is around $40. This has backlighting. It also has a 10 key. I don't know which exact switches, but it's brown cherry clones. These are so hard to read sometimes. But we do have full double shot keycaps though. Sometimes the double shot is only on the face of it, but this one actually goes all the way around, even to the side walls. So that's nice because it kind of gives the key more weight to it, and it sounds less clacky because it's not as hollow. But I think that is it. Let me gather everything up real quick so I can put it all in the shot. Oh my goodness, my legs. Regarding all this stuff, you're going to be seeing them again in future videos, whether they be budget builds or mechanical keyboard reviews, overclocking the GeForce 400, or even these shirts, which I'll be wearing like I always do. But I hope you guys got some good insight as to how I spend my money and what I look to in terms of value and what I see when it comes to price to performance. I know it seems like I went overboard on the keyboards, but I don't get sent that many free things to do reviews, so I do have to go out and buy them myself. And when I do, I try to look for the best value items, as well as find them on sale, so that if I do have to resell them and recoup the cost, I can do so without a problem. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys got for the holidays. If you got any cool gifts, maybe some computer upgrades or some cool tech, some peripherals. I got kind of the standard stuff. I got some socks, got some blankets, some clothes. I did get one really cool thing though, and let me go grab it real quick. So this is a World of Warcraft canvas wall hang from the official Blizzard store, and I asked my girlfriend to get me this because I currently do not own any World of Warcraft like art or decorations or posters or anything like that, and I figured it was finally time to get something because this game is, I think, responsible for why I'm interested in PCs and building them and such now. When I played this back in 2004, 2005, I was primarily a console gamer, but after playing this, I transitioned to primarily being a PC gamer, and that's when I wanted to, learn more about my computer so I can upgrade it and such. So, this game holds a really special place in my heart, and I'm really glad I have an awesome art piece of it now. But yeah, let me know what you guys got down below, and I look forward to reading it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.